Hello everybody, welcome to this session, and this is section 1 and lecture 1. I'm trying to introduce you to the course and the style of teaching that I'm using in this course. Now, most of the courses that you have seen talks with the code and try to explain you the meaning. Here we try to run the code, play, play with the code, see the errors and try to break the code to understand what happens. And while we do that, we will try to understand the soul of the language. Now, like every other programming language, Python is also built there for a reason, and we are trying to get into why we are using Python and how does Python helps us when compared to Java or C++ or JavaScript or any other programming language. So we to understand that we need to understand the soul of the language, which we will try to look into. Now you would be challenged to look at a code and see what it means and think about it before I tell you the solution. After that, you would be required to break that code and see what works and what do not. So changing code here and there. And what I want you to understand here is to understand why they used a particular way to do something. And if you don't know something, how would you make a nice guess based on the soul and the theme or the tenets of Python coding, so that if you get a new code or a new syntax, you can still make sense of it. So more than concepts, we want to understand how this language is built up. And we would use a lot of examples, and the most important example that we would see would be the print command, because print command is going to help us all throughout our way till the last exercise. So print everything that you are doing. That's what we are going to do. Once we get an error, we would look at how to search for that error on Google search and Stack Overflow. So that's very critical aspect, because once you do the course and you are in the coding world and you get an error or you want to do something, you should know what you have to search. So if you are aware of the jargon or how to frame your question right on Google, there are thousands of people who have already replied that question. So framing the question and technical communication in a way to explain what you want to do and explain what you are doing, that's going to be an important part of this course.